Okay, we are live now. All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, we're sorry for the little bit delay. All right. Thank you for joining in. My name is Ola Karim. If you're joining in, watching, we are live on Facebook. If you want to join in from Facebook, that would be interesting. So this is Future Nursing Leadership Program, and I have here with me one of the board members, Obina Victor Eze. My name is Ola Karim, as I've rightly mentioned. I'm joining here from Ireland. I'm a registered nurse, registered public health nurse as well, and registered midwife. Thank you so much for joining in. I'll bring in some of the other board members as well. You're welcome, Mr. Obina. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you very much. I so much appreciate the brief intro. Yes, I'm Obina Victor Eze. I'm also a practicing nurse from the United Kingdom. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. I have also here Mrs. Ronke below. Ms. Ronke, do you want to introduce yourself to the audience?
Thank you very much. Good evening. My name is Runke Bello. I'm a practicing nurse from Nigeria.
You're welcome,
Thank you.
Ronke.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you very much. Nice seeing you, Bina, too.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right. So this is just an information session in just to support the future nursing scholarship that has been ongoing. I'm going to start first of all to talk about what the future nursing leadership program is all about. So if you are just joining or watching this at any point in time, please feel free to put in your questions or any queries whatsoever about this program that you are intending to get. If you are new to this as well, you can share this to somebody that might be of, it will be of an advantage too. You understand? So the future nursing scholarship is for Nigerian nurses and midwives or anyone who is intending to study nursing in Nigeria. So this is one of the ways to support. So you can share this, keep sharing to somebody that it will benefit. Thank you. So I'll start briefly by talking about, what the Future Nursing Leadership Program is all about, FNMP. The Future Nursing Leadership Program is a nursing-led scholarship and fellowship and professional development program, which is designed to enable Nigerian nurses to study and develop themselves as future nursing leaders in Nigeria while joining a global community of health professionals, creating positive change in Nigeria. So one of the things that orchestrated this program, the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria has actually subscribed to the fact that nursing is an inalienable right of citizens. So anybody can be a nurse. And as such, professional nurses have the responsibilities of assisting them to attain that optimal level of health. However, there have been an overwhelming majority of nurses who are burnt out, underpaid, overworked, and underappreciated in Nigeria. We are aware of these challenges. So a coordinated strategy must therefore be put in place in order to achieve significant improvement in the nursing workforce as recommended by the World Health Organization. One of the major recommendations of the WHO in 2020 in one of their policy programs is to promote new nurse training and support programs with policy on affordable tuition fees and provision of funding and scholarship opportunities from RN, as a registered nurse, cadre to PhD. According to the ICN means the International Confederation of Nurses 2022 Sustain and Retain report, the main source of new nurse supply of nurses should be to invest in training more nurses domestically. Hence, the Future Nursing Leadership Program was therefore established in response to this global need to invest in supporting increased supply of new nurses in Nigeria, both to meet the growing and changing demand created by the pandemic, as well as because of the reduced supply of the current nursing workforce. Our programs at the Future Nursing Leadership programs generally are designed to build confidence, authority, and influence our scholars, enabling them to contribute to policy and practice at a local and national level to improve patient care and outcomes. So we operate generally in using 4-leg, I call it fourfold or 4-leg, so to say. The first category is the Future Nursing Scholarship, which we are given the information section today, which will be our first pilot programs, so to say. And then the second one is the Future Nursing Clinical Fellowship. And the third one is Future Nursing Professional Development Programs. And the fourth is the Future Nursing Innovation Awards. So you can benefit from any of these categories, but we are kicking off with the Future Nursing Scholarship. Now, the scope of the Future Nursing Leadership Program, just for your information, following this launch, the launch of this program with the Future Nursing Scholarship, the pioneer cohorts of the Future Nursing Scholarship will be aimed at starting with scholarship and attaining a minimum of 100 nurses. So that we are looking at a minimum of 100 nurses within the Nigerian nursing workforce in the next 5 years. We are hoping to sponsor and retain a minimum of 100 nurses within Nigerian nursing workforce in the next 5 years. We hope to do this as well in partnership with schools, teaching hospitals in Nigeria, as well as scholarship alumni. We progress to join the Future Nursing Clinical Fellowship, which is aimed at promoting job placement, providing professional support, and retaining past scholarship awardees in the nursing workforce following the academic program in the university or schools of nursing. The Future Nursing Professional Development Program will be open to nursing students in Nigeria and professionals, geared at providing a tailored mentorship pathway and continuous development program, which we hope to be unit certified in partnership with national and global leaders as well as organizations. The Future Nursing Innovation Award will highlight, recognize, and celebrate nursing-led innovation that improves patient safety outcomes in Nigeria and globally. Awards will be presented to nurses or a nurse-led team whose product, program, project, or practice best exemplify nurse-led innovation in patient safety and or outcomes. So the first pioneer category that we have talked about is the Future Nurse Scholarship. Again, like I said earlier, this scholarship is open to Nigerian nurses and midwives who are seeking to advance their professional development in nursing. Nurses and midwives must be registered with Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria. They are eligible to apply for our partially funded scholarship. Thank you so much for listening. So that's just basically the summary of about the Future Nursing Leadership Program and a quick introduction of what the Future Nursing Scholarship is all about. So I'm going to welcome Mr. Obinna there quickly to talk about, or before then, I think I should welcome Ms. Ronke to talk about the eligibility and selection criteria for the program. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Once again, I greet everybody. I welcome you all on board. I'll be talking about the scholarship eligibility, and this comes up in 3 categories. As earlier stated, the beauty of this scholarship is that it cuts across both the students and the staff nurses who are enrolled in school or are working. Now, the category 1, which is the new nurse applicant, must be permanently resident in Nigeria. They must have at least distinctions in minimum of 3 O-level courses. That's the prerequisite before getting into school. Their O-level result must be at least with 3 distinctions, and I think in core subjects too. They must be admitted into full-time studying program towards registration as a nurse, and they must be ready to resume the academic program. They must have provided all supporting documents as
Miss Ronke, yeah, we can't hear you.
Hello, are you hearing me?
All right,
Yeah, we
yes,
can hear you
ma'am.
now.
I'm very sorry. Let me quickly take it again. I'm very sorry. Okay, I said this beauty of the scholarship is that it is beneficial to both new nurses, existing students, and staff nurses that are working. The category one will be for the new nurse applicant. And part of the prerequisites or the eligibility criteria is that the person must be permanently resident in Nigeria. You must have at least three distinctions in three O-level courses. This is the prerequisite before entering either the university or the School of Nursing. Then you must be admitted into full-time studying program towards registration as a nurse, and you must be ready to resume for the academic program. You must be able to supply all supporting documentation as required in the format. Then there must be a clear proof of evidence of need. And what do we mean by this? There must be a clear evidence that the individual will be unable to afford studying without this funding. And this
We lost you there again.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yes,
Yeah,
thank
yeah,
you.
just continue. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Um, I said the individual applicant must maintain an excellent academic standing following admission and throughout the program. And to and very key to this scholarship is that the individual will remain in the country of residence for minimum of 2 years post graduation or award expiration. This is explicitly stated um, by the previous speaker that the aim is to retain, train, and retain in the country. So the person must be able to retain in the country, must be able to remain in the country of residence for at least minimum of 2 years. And the person must also agree to work as a registered nurse in an approved healthcare institution in Nigeria with the support of the program board. Now, for category two, and this is the school level, this is meant for the existing nursing students. First criteria is that the person must be a student, you must be a resident of Nigeria, and you must have completed year two university or year two in the
Okay, I think we've lost her there again.
again.
Seems our network is pretty bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I'm actually switching from one to the other. I think this is the most stable that I have so far. Am I audible now?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. So, like I said earlier, the category two, which is the existing nursing student, the individual must also maintain an excellent academic record throughout the program and must be admitted in an accredited government approved university. Let me also say that government approved public school, public only, and or school or college of nursing. The individual applicant must also be in full-time studying towards registration as a nurse and not working. Um, the applicant must be able to provide all supporting documentation for the purpose of the scholarship and must also show evidence that this scholarship is actually needed, because if this scholarship is not given, the individual must give us a proof that he will be unable to afford studying or continue schooling. And then again, the person the applicant, if successful,
Okay, I think Obina, are you happy to take, maybe I can continue from where she stopped? Just
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
She's still in category 1.
Category
No, I'm
1.
in category 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it okay if I continue because of the
That's for
network? So
the staff nurses. You can
okay.
continue, ma.
All right.
I'm
Thank
fully
you
with
so
you.
much. Yeah, thank you. We understand the challenges of the network, but the benefits of
You can
audience.
continue, yes, ma.
All right, thank you so much. So again, like for those that maybe you are getting a bit of the information in bits and bits, all this information available on the website. You can find the link available in the the body or the description of this video at any point of time that you are watching this. So please check this out. Okay, from category 2, that's where we are, right? So talking about category 2 is the school level. That's the existing nursing students. So you have to be a student, a nursing student already. You must be a permanent resident of Nigeria, of course, and you must have completed year 2 in your university or year 2 in school of nursing. So you must agree to remain in the country of residence for minimum of 2 years post-graduation or award expiration. And you must have a minimum of 2-1 or upper second class or equivalent of credits for schools and colleges. The candidate must also maintain equivalent academic standing throughout the program. You have to show evidence of, excellent academic standing. You must be admitted in an accredited government, public only, like we mentioned, approved university or school or college of nursing. Must be must be in full-time studying, so not part-time. A full-time studying towards registration as a nurse and not working. Not an employee or former employee of the government. Must have provided all supporting documents in the required format, and you must have shown the evidence of need. So that means not being unable to afford the studying without this funding in the application. You must agree to work afterwards as a registered nurse in an approved healthcare facility in Nigeria with the support of the Future Nurse Scholarship Board for a minimum of 2 years post-graduation or award expiration. If you have any question as regards this category 2, please feel free to ask. I'll move ahead now to category 3, if that's okay. Agreed. Can I move ahead?
Yeah, you can. Let's just move ahead.
All right. So category 3 is the working level, which is the categorized for staff nurses. So you're already working. You are enrolled in a postgraduate study. So we want to support you in your postgraduate, career development. So again, very important, you must be permanent resident of Nigeria, must be registered as a nurse in Nigeria and be interested in further education, further studies, especially when it's nursing related courses. Must have a minimum of 2-1 or upper second class or equivalent of credits for schools or colleges, on graduation. Currently work as a licensed nurse in any health affiliated facility with a minimum of 2 years work experience. So please note that minimum of 2 years work experience. Must be admitted in an accredited government, public only approved university or school or college of nursing. Must be admitted into full-time or part-time nursing program. So we know the difference between this. So this is the working level, it could be full-time or part-time. Must remain in the country of residence for minimum of 2 years post-graduation or award expiration, and must have provided all supporting documents in the required formats. You must also show evidence of need. That means being unable to afford the studying without this funding in the application. You must agree to work as a registered nurse in an approved healthcare facility in Nigeria for a minimum of 2 years post-graduation or award expiration. And yeah, so winners will be required to enter into a price agreement governing the terms and conditions of acceptance of the Future Nursing Scholarship. That is just a brief summary of, the award categories. Like we mentioned, is in 3 categories. Category 1, which is the entry level, those that are newly going into nursing, you must have admission letter. So you must be admitted. Maybe you're waiting to resume, hopefully, August, September. And then the second category is the student level. That means you're already a student, minimum of being in your second year. And the third category is the working level. So either of these, you are eligible to apply. So I'm going to call on Mr. Obinna. Mr. Obinna will be talking to us today about how to apply, and the other modalities. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Olayinka and Ronke, for taking us through the eligibility criteria and intro to the Future Nursing Scholarship. So I will be taking us on the application process. First of all, I would like to say that application for the Future Nursing Scholarship actually started on May 16th this year and will be closing on June 18th. So we just have few days to the close of this scholarship cycle. That doesn't mean that you are late. This information section is to provide us with clarity towards applying for this scholarship. I know we might have been earlier with this process, but it's good it's coming now for those who will be jumping into it. It will provide us with more clarity during this application cycle. So the application cycle for this scholarship will be an annual process. Like after this present application, other applications will be an annual process with applications starting December every year, and submission of all applications scheduled for March of the following year. Now, I know you heard December, but this is just the start. This is just the first cohort of the application cycle. So we decided to start last month, and this present application session will be ending on the 18th. But for the upcoming years, we'll be starting on December academic Nigeria. We'll be starting December every year with submission of all applications scheduled for March the following year. Then we'll be reviewing applications weeks after starting the application every December, with invitation of eligible applicants for schedule, which we serve as the second phase interview process. Then interview of successful applicants and returning awardees will hold early weeks of June every year, while decisions and mailing of awardees will be scheduled for July against the next academic year. So for this present year we are in, just like I said, 16th, we started May 16th, I will be ending July 16th. We'll be ending June. Then on July 16th, we'll start review of application. The application that have been sent in, we'll be reviewing it from July 16th, while the interview of selected candidates will hold approximately on July 27th. On or before August 18th, we will be awarding the Future Nursing Scholarship Award to successful applicants. Now, let me take it again. We started the application process on May 16th. This present application cycle for this year will be ending June 18th. We will then start a review of all applications on July 16th. Then the second phase would start or will take place July 27th, which is the interview of selected candidates. Then the final awardees will be announced on or before August 18th. Then the application process for the Future Nursing Scholarship, we've made it to be an easy process. Since we are just starting out, we've made it to be very easy and seamless. So I don't know, Olayinka, please help us share the link in the comment section of this broadcast so that those that would want to apply, who haven't, would actually gain access to the link to read about it further and start the application process. So through the link she'll be sharing now, you'll get to see the application form. First of all, you'll be redirected to a link where you would get a little bit more of information about the scholarship and about the Future Nursing Leadership Program. So once you're done reading these informations or the content therein, you would see a link, an apply now link in that information section that will redirect you to the link or the application form. So when you get to the application form, you would definitely see or go through the process. You start with a page which gives an information that states, if selected, you'll be asked for documentation to support the data you provide. Now, the documentation might just be a CV, it might be your school certificate, it might be a document to prove that you've been admitted into a government accredited nursing institution. Now, likewise, all other correspondence and award agreements will be generated from the personal information you would submit during your application process. Now, it is expected of you to use correct spelling, capitalization, and punctuation where necessary while filling up this application process. And as we've said earlier, the deadline or the date for notification of awardees will be announced on or before the 18th of this year. So in the application form, the next thing you will see is the part that has your biodata. You'll be expected to fill in your name, which is very necessary. You would fill in your email address, your contact details. We would ask you if you are or you are not a Nigerian citizen, because the scholarship is made inclusively for all Nigerian citizens. Then you will be asked your date of birth, your home address, and your gender. Now, one thing we would like to state is that this scholarship is committed to equal opportunity in education, professional education, and employment opportunities. It doesn't discriminate. The fact that we made it inclusively for Nigerians is because Nigeria is our target region based on the criteria we are using for this scholarship. Nigeria is our target region, and so many other factors would come in place when we are choosing our awardees. But it doesn't mean we are discriminating against your background, your educational background, your professional affiliation, employment opportunities, and all that. We will try as much as possible to be open and transparent with the selection process. So the program does not discriminate in any program or activity on the basis of race, color, religion, gender, age, disability, marital status. Even if you're married, you can still apply, or any other protected class. So as far as you fit into the eligibility criteria, you would see in the first link you would open. The scholarship is open for you to apply in. Then outside that, we would also look at the year of study. What's your present year of study? Let me say you're in your 200 level nursing school or university. You would have to put it in. What year of study are you in? You have to key it in. It's just like a click. I said we made it a seamless process. We made it very easy for you to go through the application process. So that year of study, just click the particular year you're in presently. Then the next one is, we would ask you if you've been admitted to study nursing in any Nigerian nursing accredited university, or you have been you have submitted an application for admission to an accredited university. So it's either you're already studying or you've gained admission to study nursing in a Nigerian public university. So you just click yes or no. Then we would want you to state the university you've applied to study in, or the university you're already studying in. Then the next one is, what is your most recent cumulative CGPA? Now, this is not important. It is not important. Please, can everyone hear and see me speaking? Olainka, please, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I'm with you here.
Yeah, thank you very much. I so much appreciate. So the part of cumulative CGPA, because we know that there are those who are just coming in, who just gain admission, who may not have a cumulative CGPA. So this part is not important. You can either fill it in if you have one, or you can just forget about it. It wouldn't change anything about your application. Yeah. So The next thing you look at is the third part of the application process that has your entry level. We told you that we have different categories for this scholarship. We have the entry level for those that have just been admitted to study nursing in a school of nursing or a university. That's the first category. We have the school level category for those who are already students in a school of nursing or a university where nursing is being offered. Then the last category is those that are already staff nurses who are enrolled, who wants to be enrolled or who are already enrolled into a postgraduate study program. So just identify the level that fits in any of this description and tick it. It's just as easy as that. Then the next one is the question where we ask, what is your career objectives? You're a registered nurse, you just gain admission to study nursing. What are your career objectives? It's good to make it smart, specific, measurable, and also make it realistic and time bound. All right. What are you looking at achieving in the next 2 to 5 years, in the next 5 to 10 years? State them and make it very focused. All right. So what is your career objective? That's what you put in there. Now, in this career objective, to the best of my knowledge, we don't have any estimated number of words you would have to put it in here, but try to make it a summarized version of what you think is your career objective moving forward. Then after that, we have secondary school activities, university activities, community activities, volunteer work, professional affiliations, leadership and networking events you've engaged in. Do you have any honors as an individual? Do you have any research work? Have you had any offices in the community, in any organization you are affiliated in school? We just want to know more about you. Okay, we want to know how you've achieved certain leadership roles over time. We want to know the groups you've engaged in, the part you played in this group. Do you have any community engagement? Have you participated in any community service and all that? We just want to know more about you. All right. Now, it is okay if you're just starting out. If it's okay if you don't have all of these in your profile, it is still fine. We just want you to be sincere as much as you can. We stated earlier that this scholarship is focused on meeting the needs of those that actually need it. We can actually tell from your, I have so much of all this. We wouldn't use it to judge you sincerely. So we want you to be sincere as much as you can. During your secondary school days, what are the activities you engage in as a student that makes you stand out or you think would place you on a better platform when it comes to, I don't know how to put it, but we wouldn't use this to judge you anyway, but just try as much as you can to be sincere with your answers. Then outside that, we have the statement of purpose, where you provide us with an essay, which should be a maximum of 500 words. We just want a very summarized essay. 500 words is the limit, maximum of 500 words, where you would address why you've decided to study nursing. Let me say you just gain admission into a school of nursing. What is it for you? Why have you decided to study nursing? What are your career goals? I know we talked about career objectives earlier before now. You should know the difference between goals and objectives. I gave you a clue letter in objectives. You make it smart, you make it focused, you make it specific, you make it measurable, you make it achievable, you make it realistic and time bound. Then for your goals is just a statement, a direct statement that this is what I want to achieve with this career. All right. Then outside stating your career goals, what do you intend to do with your education, and why is the scholarship important to you? Why do you want to get this scholarship? Is it just that you want to get extra funding to study nursing, or you're actually in need of this money, or you just want to achieve something with it? What is it for you? We would want to know. We would want you to include any academic and non-academic accomplishments you've had. Maybe you graduated with, for those who are working class professionals in the third category, maybe you've done your first degree, you graduated with first class, you graduated with second class upper, you graduated with distinction if you're coming from a nursing school or a pass, would want to hear about it. Now, graduating with a pass doesn't mean you will not be one of our best candidates, because we'll be assessing you with so many other things, such as I mentioned volunteer work, professional affiliations, and all that. There are so many things that would come in place to make us decide effectively on how to go about the selection process. Okay, so what are your academic and non-academic accomplishments? Personal characteristics could be, I am someone who can work under pressure. I am flexible in my workspace. As an individual, I am skilled in this, that. I have good leadership qualities. I'm someone who is dedicated to the work I do. I'm disciplined. These are all personal characteristics you can convince us with. Then, have you done any research work? It's fine if you've not done any, or experiences that make you uniquely worthy of scholarship consideration. Now, you must not have all of this, but we just want to hear from you. We just want to know more about you. We want to be able to see through our own lens and your own lens of what you perceive nursing to be and the kind of individual you are, or the work you've been doing over time. We would actually want to know more about you. That is why we are asking some of these designed questions to get detailed answers from you that would make us understand your background and where you're coming from, as well as your focus for the profession. All right. Then after that, we'll be looking at, still in this application process. Oh, sorry. I'm coming, guys. So outside that, we would also be looking at certain documentations. I told you guys, you can definitely, during the application process, we expect you to send in some documents, such as your school certificate if you've graduated for the third category, such as your CV, such as your provisional admission letter. These are things that would give us a clue to know that at least you've gone you've taken the first stage of education when it comes to nursing education. For those in the third category, at least you're a student in a department of nursing, or you've gained admission to study nursing if you're in the first category. So this documentation would give us a proof that you are actually into nursing education. So these are the few details we would be needing from you. Just like I said, no single one of it is a criteria for us to give out this award to anybody. It's just like a summation of a whole. Each part of it is actually important, but each part of it is not the only criteria we will use to judge you. Everything comes together inclusively to make us take decisions on who to give us this scholarship, sorry. All right. So while filling this application, just try to be open-minded. Don't be too hard on yourself. Be open-minded and give us those information the way it is. So many persons will try to formulate figures, will try to formulate things in their essays just to put their best foot forward. If you do that, at some point, we would notice that what you're saying is not actually correlating, because it might not just be me who will be reviewing these applications. We have professionals in the educational space, professionals in the nursing space who will be looking at these applications, checking you out maybe online, to check out what you've been doing over time, to see if you actually fit into what we want for our awardees. Because our awardees are not just scholars, they are those that will represent the profession, represent what the Future Nursing Leadership Program stands for, and also represent us internationally, because this initiative is not just coming from Nigeria, it is coming from an international ideology, which is to make sure that each country strengthens its own nursing force towards we achieving the Sustainable Development Goals and providing effective healthcare for all nations. So During your application process, make sure you give us what you should put in the way it is and not the way you think it should be. All right, because you actually don't know what those that will be reviewing this interview want. So just put in the details the way you know it is. If you're just getting admission, tell us you're just getting admission. Don't tell us that you're already a student in your second year. Because at the end of the day, we'll be working with universities to actually find out the level you're in with them in that college of nursing or that school of nursing. If you're someone who is a staff nurse, you've already graduated, you want to take your postgraduate study, you've already gained admission, tell us that this is the category I fit into, and we would review your application based on that level. This scholarship is not meant for those who are thinking of starting their postgraduate study. It is meant for those that have started or that have gained admission already. It is meant for those that have, for new applicants, it is meant for those that have already gained admission into a school of nursing or are already students, existing students in a school of nursing or university that takes nursing programs and all that. So every other question, maybe we would have to answer it through the comment section. We would have moving forward, we will have an online platform where you can send in your frequently asked questions. We would also attend to it, but it is wise you use these other platforms we are projecting now to ask as many questions as you can. Don't think of any answer as stupid. Don't think of any question, sorry, as stupid and irrelevant. Any question you ask, we will be open to answer it as much as we can. Okay? So this is the much I can take now. Maybe we'll get more feedback from you moving forward. Thank you very much, guys.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Obinna, Victor. Thank you so much. The other thing I just wanted to point out, I think we're rounding up. This is just a brief information session. As Obinna has said, if you have any particular question, personal question, please feel free to. There's a link as well on the email, on the link, the website link that you can use. I'll also share it on the page here, that if you have any inquiry or any queries, you can ask us those questions, or we are just messengers, okay? So you can send us a private message either on Facebook. At the moment, we are streaming live. This is available on YouTube, my YouTube, and then LinkedIn as well, my LinkedIn page. So streaming live, you can drop in your questions at any of these, and on Facebook as well. So if you have any questions, you can please feel free to ask us. We are here to support you in this application. And just to make a quick mention, we have our core values. I want to recognize the presence of Mr. Olani Filade here. You're welcome, sir. Thank you for joining us. Mr. Olani Filade is also one of the board members. You're highly recognized. So we will have another time where we will showcase all our board members so that you are aware that we are all like you and we are all for you. So please feel free to seek any support. Again, this is Future Nursing Leadership Program, and we are talking about the Future Nursing Scholarship. This is an information session. Our core values basically remains to support you and to pioneer. We want to be like a pioneer leadership program for nurses in Nigeria. As you may know, this is more like the first, of this coming, and we want to sustain this. So again, our core value is support, inspire, and pioneer. So we want you to be open, when it comes to your application, just like Mr. Obinna has said. Again, just to extend this partnership or invitation to everyone, as we have rightly said, that this is not just another giveaway program. It is basically investment in Nigerian nurses. We want to give back. We want to be supported globally. So we're calling on the WHO, the ICN. We are calling on nursing organizations locally in Nigeria and internationally to support this vision. We hope that this will be a logical extension of the global yearning and quest for more nurses in the health workforce. So as much as we can retain nurses, then we will have a more healthy nation and a more healthy world generally. So we're calling on nursing bodies. We are calling on individuals, organizations to invest in nurses. Remember, once you invest in nurses, you're also investing in the future, in your future, in the future of your children, when it comes to your health and all. So please, we are inviting you to partner with us to support and sponsor a scholar. As we can see, we are looking at the minimum of 100,000 naira to sponsor a nurse. So you can sponsor a scholar. You can sponsor 2, you can sponsor 3 as individual or organizations. We are counting on you. We're calling on WHO, calling on ICN, calling on the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria, calling on the Ministry of Health, to hear this and to know that we are all out there to support nurses. Thank you very much. Welcome a closing remark from Mr. Obinna. That's okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Olayinka. Yeah, so I appreciate those of us that are watching now and those that would watch the replay. I know sometimes information like this would come up and it will be left to us to take action towards it. All right. So I would encourage everyone who would want to apply as soon as possible. We just have deadlines, approximately 6 days from now, if I'm not mistaken. So those that would want to apply can put in their time and send in the application. Applying does not take more than 40 minutes or 30 minutes approximately. So send in your application as soon as possible, and we definitely will be getting back to you. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I think that's all for today's information session. We'll be hosting another information session in the nearest future, probably after the closing, after the review process, to announce and to tell you the other modalities following up. So thank you so much. Again, my name is Olayinka Aremu, and with me here I have Mr. Obinna Victor.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, bye for now.
Take care, guys.